Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be doing a brief overview of power plants. So this is a game where you are a wizard and you're trying to sprout and grow plants, and by doing so, earning the most gems in the game. That's how you win the game, by earning the most points or gems. So you start off the game with 5 flowers. You need to find their corresponding card, and you want them to go from morning, noon, to evening that's in the upper left corner. You need to have at least one morning, one noon, and one evening, and then the other 2 you can basically kind of pick or choose. They do give you some suggestions for your first game. And they all have, some of them are more powerful than others, and they have them all shown on this nice player aid here. These are the more powerful ones, the alternate plants. And then these are the basic plants. So you can just kind of decide what you want to do on that. You will draw 3 random from the bag for the nursery. And then you will start with one of each of the plants that you are using in the game. Their highest number that you have based on player count. In a 2-player game, you remove the 7s and 8s. So all of these are have the 6 in there, the number 6s. Like I said, each of those have their own ability that you do when you sprout them or grow them. When you place a tile, you will be placing it next to multiple tiles. So say you placed it here, you'll put the wizard on the tile you placed, and you get the abilities of the plants that you are adjacent to. So you would get for this one, and you can decide whether you want to sprout or grow, but you can only do one or the other. So sprout, I could add 2 sprites to, I could actually look at it here, add 2 sprites to each patch next to the wizard that has 1 or 0 sprites on it. So I could do that, put 2 of my sprites on each of these because they have 1 or less sprites on them already. And you can't share a plant with another colored sprite. So in this case, say Anthony was able to place 3 sprites on this one. He would expel 2 of mine, which would also expel 2 of his, and be able to put that 3rd one on there. So if you're coming in with more sprites than your opponent has on the plant, you win, but any that are the same amount, those are basically cross each other out. So only the ones that you have in excess over that would actually remain on the plant, if that makes sense. So you're just going to keep passing that wizard and connecting plants. They have to be able to slide in to be legal. So say later in the game you have this, and Anthony's got some of his sprites there. So at the end of the game, you're going to be scoring on patches, and the scoring is on the back of your player aid. So this is a patch of 3. So you would go to patch of 3. So I control 2 of the plants. He controls 1. So first place will get 5 points. You would just grab 5 gems. And then he would get 2 points. So he would grab 2 gems because he's in second place on there. And you're just going to go through every color on there, and even one patch gets you get 1 point. So even for the 1 patches, so you're going to go down this list and you're going to score all of them. You also can gain gems throughout the game if you have a certain plant. The star flower gives you a gem, plus 1 more for each sprite in the patches next to the wizard. So if you happen, it doesn't even have to be your sprites, it just says for each sprite. So if you have the wizard here, wow, you would get a gem for every one of those sprites adjacent to that flower right there. So that would be 7 gems, plus you get 8 gems total. So that's pretty cool. Then that's how you win the game, is by having the most gems. So you could see how this is very strategic. At the beginning of your turn, you're just drawing, you draw 2 to begin with, and then in the beginning of your turn, you're going to be drawing 1 and then passing the wizard. And so while your opponent's going, you can be strategizing with the 2 that you have to see which one you're going to play, to see what gets you maybe the most advantage going forward.
Oh yeah, I also remember if you get two of the same color, you can trade it in.
Oh yeah, for the nursery.
Yeah.
Like if I had drawn two purples, I could trade one of them for one of the ones in the nursery. And so, yeah, because you're always going to be, there's a lot of things you can go for in this game. The patches, trying to get some of these powers. I mean, there's so many ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
Interaction.
And so, and each player starts out with 20 of these sprites. So you're going to be playing them and maneuvering them throughout the game.
We'll say that with the game we played, pretty much I depleted all my sprites. And so I had trouble making some of the last, I think it was last two moves.
Oh, yeah, because you do have to, if you run out, you do have to take sprites from other plants you have to do that move. So if you decide to do an ability, you have to take sprites from another place to that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I never ran out of sprites, but yeah, he was, you must have been doing a plant that meant you could put a lot of sprites down.
I was trying to dominate in the area control aspect of the game.
The player aid's really nice on this. Not only does it have all the flowers and their abilities, it's got the gameplay here, so you know to just add one patch to your garden, then you activate and then pass the wizard. Very easy. And then at the end of the game, it just tells you how all the scoring ways, and then very easy. The thing to remember is when you are activating the abilities, you go from the top down. So on this one, I would have done this one first. Like if the wizard was here, so I'm getting these. I just placed this one, say. So I'm gonna do these two. I would have to do that one first, and then the green one, and that could make a difference depending on what they. What you gain on those. It might help or you might lose out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a great time playing this game. So what did you think of it?
I really like the components. I like it's very easy to read the rules on there. I wish the font was a little bit bigger because I'm like.
Well, that's why I use my card.
Yeah, I'm a lot older now and I have to use reading glasses, so. That's just happened in the last year, so my eyes have a little bit diminished. So, but great components. I really like the replayability, high replayability. There's so much strategy to this game, and it's always changing. Plus, they have enough plants where it has different strategy. So, because these could be, there's different ones you could, just change with and everything. So, mechanics. Really like these mechanics. Very challenging, strategic, a lot of player interaction, point salad. So a lot of the things that we enjoy, we like take that. We like player interaction. We like, it's not really take that, but you are kind of battling in some sort for every majority and stuff like that. But just really cool mechanics. And a lot of these do different things. And so there's a lot of strategy to this game. So for me, overall total, I'm giving this like an 8.5, close to 9, but it's really good. And I think as we play with more players, it might go up. But we play as 2 players. And so for us as a 2-player game, it was 8.5. I'm guessing when we play for 3, 4 more, it's going to be a lot higher. So it all depends on their player count and who you're playing with, and what type of mood they are. Sometimes she's not in the mood to play, sometimes I'm not. So the games are pretty much subjective on those stipulations. So what did you think?
I was drawn to this game just for the artwork. I really liked the artwork in this game. I thought it was really cool, and just the components are really nice, especially these wooden tiles. I really like them. And I did enjoy the mechanics. It was very easy to pick up on, but also slightly, little bit, not complex, but not too simple. I guess I don't really know how to word that, but
it's good midway to
it was
game.
I don't like, as I get older and I guess less patient, those more complex games where you spend hours learning them before you can play it, I just don't have the attention span for that.
You say that, but we still remember the rules to feud them, which is one of the
But
hardest.
that's different. That's one of the first ones we really bit into that was like that. So I think that's why I remember it so much. But yeah, this one was easy to get started playing because for me, a good game has a lot of strategy, but it's easy and quick to, you don't spend more than a half hour learning to play the game. So that's and I love the player aids. I love how all the information is right here.
Yeah, that's an amazing player aid.
Loved it because that's everything you would be looking up if you were playing this game. We never had to open the book one time, and we actually watched a video. We didn't really even use the book other than for setup. I always do the setup before we watch a video, and then so it was very easy for us to start playing, and we had a lot of fun. I really enjoy how all the flowers, and there's so many that different ones. I really love that they have their different abilities and how they all kind of, if you can get that sweet spot, some of them play off of each other. It's like a,
a combo.
Yeah, like a combo effect. And it's just, you can really have some awesome turns if you get lucky.
Yeah, you have one that it was a lot of points.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of sprites out there. I was able to place it where I was hitting like several at one time. So it was like for instance, sliding into this one. So you see all four of these, and there was a ton of sprites, and I got so much per sprite. It was
it clicked for her quick. She dominated this game.
It was so much fun, and I could see how this game would just get more and more fun the more you played it, because you would just come up with different strategies, and as you played off the different flowers, basic, or if you wanted to try the more alternate plants, like I could just see how that strategy would just build, especially if you play with the same group a lot. So we really enjoyed this game. Just everything for me was a lot of fun. So I would give this game a 9, but again, this game just clicked with me right away, and I just thought it was very enjoyable. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Great game. Highly recommend.
So we will put the link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself. I loved it, genuinely loved it. So if you think you would like this type of game, I would definitely check it out and see if it's something you might want to add to your collection. Check out more videos, see what they say. So we truly enjoyed this. So if you like this video, give it a like. Please feel free to leave a comment. Hopefully you're already subscribed. If you are, thank you so much. If not, we hope you will subscribe, and hopefully you'll enjoy our content in the future. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time.